Yo, 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 good people. It's your homie HerbMan. Busting you back upside the head with another hot banger. Boogie, please go tell somebody to go tell somebody your homie HerbMan is on. Yes, sir. And if you're new to the program, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please follow, like, share, and subscribe on all the platforms at Love HerbMan. All right. So I am your homie HerbMan. We're coming live from South Africa, live on YouTube, live on TikTok. I am your homie, HerbMan, all right? And this is what we teach people how to do, heal themselves. But you cannot heal yourself unless you yourself. So here we teach you about the human frame and the human design so that you guys can be well on your way to happiness. How many of us want that? So today we're just going to continue to expound on these things, but I want to make it very, very intimate today. Okay, so we're dealing with a lot of people who are on a lifetime of prescription drugs, or either has been diagnosed or prescribed or has been prognosed with these things. And so at the end of the day, you got a lot of people that are on a lifetime of drugs, and you have a lot of people who've been diagnosed with incurable diseases. Today, we're going to talk about them, okay? You keep tapping, I'll keep talking. Once we get up to 100,000 likes today, we'll start allowing you guys to come in and see exactly what the owner's manual can do, all right? So again, once we get to 1,000 likes, we'll go ahead and get to the subject matter at hand. You don't need to pay for anything that you hear here today. All you simply got to do is pay attention. How we do that on the HerbMan Show is by double tapping that screen to getting us up to 100,000 likes during the live broadcast. I promise you I'll work for it, all right? So you guys do your job, I do mine. Let me go ahead and get ready. If you keep tapping, I'll keep talking. Once we get to 1,000 likes, we'll get into why they call you a lifetime prescriptioner or an incurable disease. And I'm going to show you why. Is because they don't know how to balance you. But the owner's manual for a funky, measly $50, and you go on about your life without ever having to be handicapped or without ever having to be married to the doctor's office, married to the prescription drugs, married to the vitamins and minerals. We're going to show you how to free yourself from the doctor, free yourself from the pastor, free yourself from the therapist, free yourself from this ever lifetime bond that you got to have with these people. Because if you know thyself, you can free yourself from these bills. That's all it is. Everybody named Bill except for you. Okay, everybody's name is Bill except for you. So let's just deal with you, and then we can eradicate all the bills. All right, you keep tapping, I'll keep talking. You guys, let's get it. Let's get it. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all of the support, all of the love. We appreciate it. Welcome to the HerbMan Show, you guys. Again, we're live on TikTok, live on YouTube. Go get somewhere, get situated, and learn from the best. Okay, learn from the best. That's what we do here, learn from the best, all right? So today's subject, right, we were talking about the incurables, all right? The incurables, all right? And these incurables is a lot of people are dealing with these, okay? Now, these come into the name of autoimmune, okay? Some forms of these right here, okay? You got heart diseases, respiratory diseases. What else you got? For the most part, this is it outside of genetics, right? But these are most of the time what you're getting, and these are what you will be put on a lifetime of prescriptions for, or either a lifetime, or either you're giving the diagnosis of an incurable thing. Now, obviously, if they tell you it's incurable, that means you got to do a lifetime of prescriptions. Okay, so they both go hand in hand, but because we're not at 1,000 likes yet, we're gonna stop right here and wait till y'all do y'all job. Y'all do y'all job, I do mine. Otherwise, I can get off the live right now. I'm doing fine, baby. Look at 46 years old. I know I look good on it. I know you out there with dialysis and diabetes and high blood pressure and arthritis, and you can't even move. But you know, your boy 46, I can put my leg in the air and keep it like that without sweating, swabbing, without falling to the left, to the right, without doing all of this, that, and the third. I can go outside right now and do 100 push-ups. I can go outside right now and do 100 squats. Matter of fact, I can do them in front of your face if that's what you please to do. But what I'm saying is that I got this information. If you can't do this and you 46 and you can't sit and talk and stand in one place, if you bobbing and weaving, you got a problem. So y'all don't keep on going about your life. It's okay. I got this information. I'm cool. You talking about? I'm straight. Y'all don't see this shit? We straight out here. You better listen to somebody. We straight out here. So if you guys don't want it, I'm not going to force it on you. Okay, but if there's people out there that need it, and there are people out there that can get some real retribution, can get some real reciprocity from this information, and I would ask you guys, look, move over, man. Swap your seat for somebody that needs it. Swap your ear for somebody that needs to listen. Swap your eyes for somebody that needs to see me. Right? Because a lot of you guys are here, you're just sucking up information and you're not really practically doing nothing. And so the reason why I stand on that one leg like that ain't to do nothing but to show you guys that that's something simple that you can't do. And my leg is actually up here, my knee up here. But you can't do this. You can't do this and talk. You can't do this and stay still. You can't even put your sock on. Look at how my leg is. You feel me? So it's on you to want to get the information. I'm showing you the simplicity of it. It's something practical that you can do that can keep you in shape. So I had this incurable. Mine was called ulcerative colitis. Mine was called ulcerative colitis, which is an autoimmune disease. They'll call it Crohn's disease. They can call it ulcerative colitis. They can call it irritable bowel syndrome. They can call it lupus. And you got all kinds of autoimmune diseases where my incurable, mine, not yours. You started worried about your fucking self. But I did this because I was worried about mine too. So my incurable, forget yours right now. Mine was this, but I cured myself. Now, how is it that my incurable got cured, but your incurable isn't curable? How is that possible? How is it that this man is standing on social media telling you guys live on TikTok and YouTube? So it won't go nowhere. YouTube is going to download this as soon as I finish. How is it that he cured his incurable, but they telling me I can't cure mine? How is that possible? Anybody know? Anybody got any guess, any question? How is it that I can do me, but you can't do you? Jerry Kahn said, shit, I had to put my leg up. Exactly. You couldn't even do that. You had to force your shit. You see, so people can benefit from the information, but what I don't need is a bunch of couch potatoes and a bunch of people who just sitting here trying to learn. I don't need no congregation. I'm not your pastor. I'm not your motherfucking pastor. I don't need no congregation. I don't need you to come to church every fucking day and donate and do none of that shit. We're looking to serve people in their time of need. If you got an incurable disease, if you have been stricken with a lifetime prescriptions and stuff like that, you need to come to the live today. And you need to put me in the chat. We're going to bring you up and we'll walk you through why is it that they can't fix you. Now, I'm going to show you this. The reason why they can't fix a lot of these things, well, it ain't even about the name of the things, all right? So let's just get out of the name of diseases. We just call them incurables, lifetime prescriptions, right? They can't stop it, so they got to put you on a lifetime prescription. Okay, so let's just put this too. Lifetime prescriptions. Okay. Why is it that they can't cure or incurable? It's very simple. Why is it that they put you on a lifetime prescriptions, and why is it that they cannot cure or incurable? Anybody know? Anybody want to take a stab at it, a guess at it, or anything? Why do you think that they cannot cure an incurable disease? Anybody know? They don't want to. True. It's not because they don't want to, it's that they don't get it, they never got taught to. Okay? They don't know how to. Doctors don't know how to cure you. They never got taught how to cure you. Doctor school, they got taught how to treat you. So you're actually asking for them to do something that's out of their wheelhouse. Okay? Doctors that haven't been taught how to cure. So y'all going down there talking about some, you shouldn't go to a doctor for a cure. A doctor has never went to school for curing. Doctor has always been to school for treatment. So you don't know the difference between cure and treatment. So to take your ass down there anyway is your problem. They're just like coming to McDonald's and cussing me out because I didn't, you know, you wanted a hot dog. You know, no, this is a burger joint. I am a burger flipper. So don't ask me to save your life with a hot dog. ask me to kill you with the burger because that's what I make, killer burgers. Don't try to get me to save your motherfucking life with no goddamn vegan burger. This best Burger King, bitch. Know where you coming to. We got killer burgers at Burger King. We don't have life-saving fucking vegan burgers. What is wrong with you? Know what you choosing, okay? So stop blaming the doctors, blame your ass, your ignorant ass for keep going down now because you don't know thyself. So the biggest thing that they don't know about is how to balance you, my guys. Okay, my guys. The biggest thing that this is why these are incurable, because they don't know how to balance. Okay? They don't know how to balance you. And today, when we get you guys on the live today, we're going to show you why it's simple that they should know, but they're not being taught to cure you. So it's until you get a live wire, until you get a radical, until you get somebody that's trying to break the mold, they're not going to go in there and do that, man. This is their livelihood. They got to feed their family, not worried about you, okay? They're going to get paid whether you live or whether you die. Because at the end of the day, your life is your responsibility, not that doctor's, okay? But nobody really talks about how death affects the doctor's life, how loss of life affects the doctors. But understanding that the doctors have one of the most highest cigarette smoking and one of the most highest alcoholism per position on the planet. If you go and research per position, the highest amount of people who smoke or drink alcohol is doctors. But nobody's really caring about how the doctor feel about your mama's death. Nobody's understanding how the doctor is wearing your cousin's death, how the doctor wore your sister's death, because they was in there trying to save them and couldn't. And I'm going to tell you from the jump, me personally, I take this shit seriously. When I can't do something, it affects me in a different way. You understand what I'm saying? That may be a little part ego, but another part of it is that shit, you trusted me to help. And therefore, if I can't come up with the solution, that just does something to me. And I feel that's a lot like what doctors are today. But nobody questions the loss of life and how it affects the doctor. All you care about is your life. Stop doing that. Care about everybody so you'll understand exactly what's going on. The doctor can't put you back into balance. Okay? The incurable is because the doctor can't put you back into balance. The incurable is because the doctor cannot put you back into balance. So therefore, what is happening is that there is a deficiency or an excessiveness here that they cannot control. They can't get it. They can't manage it. So they give you medicines to help manage it, but that's all you're going to get, right? So at the end of the day, you get this lifetime prescriptions because they can't properly balance you back out to create the homeostatic environment that's going to create healthier cells where your body can heal itself. Your body heals itself, not them anyway. But the thing is that they don't know the balancing act of how to do it. They probably try to give you some IV, that didn't work. They tried to give you some calcium pills, that didn't work. They tried to give you some potassium pills, that ain't working. They tried to give you some iron, that didn't work. They tried to give you some this and that don't work. So then they tell you, okay, that just take this for the rest of your life because otherwise we can't manage your balance. The balance is what's causing the incurable or the lifetime prescription. I'm going to show you how to balance. And the reason why they can't fix the balance is because there's more going into your balance than just minerals. The reason why they cannot fix your incurable, the reason why they give you lifetime prescriptions is because there is more that goes into balancing you than the medications and the vitamins and minerals that they are prescribing. That's why. That's the only reason why. They're only one-sided, one-tracted, and they're not apologizing for it, you guys. Okay? The medical system today is one-tracted, one-minded, and they're not apologetic about it. And if you do not recognize that as a citizen, as a private citizen, if you can't understand your responsibilities as a citizen, if you keep waking up every day and going to sleep every night thinking that all you're supposed to do is clock in and clock out, and there's nothing else that you should know about life itself, that's your fucking fault. We're tired and sick and tired of you putting people in positions where you should be in that position. You don't need a boss of a job because you should run your own skill business. You don't need the teacher because your parents are the teacher. You don't need a classroom because life is the classroom. But again, if you want to keep being systematic, that's okay. But don't try to come to me at your last leg. Come to me at your first leg. They can't do the balance because there's more that goes into the balance. It's not just vitamins and minerals. Okay, it's not just herbs. Okay, it's not just meds. Okay, these won't balance these. The incurables, when they incurable, that means they already done tried this shit and it ain't working. Y'all understand? They have to deem you this. They got to diagnose you this. They got to say, hey, you know what? We can't balance this, so we just got to supplement. We got to supplement you with these and these and these. And anytime you need a supplement, anytime somebody say you need a supplement, herbs are herbal supplements, teas, herbal teas, Irish moss, bladderwrack. I don't give a fuck what they put the name on it, y'all. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm teaching you something. Whether it's in a capsule, a tea, a powder, it is a herbal supplement. The word supplement is what you need to be fixated on, because supplement meaning that you need an addition to something, okay? Now, here is the fallibility of Irish moss that y'all not understanding. If you need an addition to something, then that means that you must have already known your deficiency. Anybody know their deficiency out there? Does anybody understand their deficiency? So what's happening is there's a horse race over to Irish moss without knowing what your deficiency is. So here's the thing. If you have a deficiency, yeah, it'll affect your kidneys. But guess what? If you keep oversaturating your body with tons of minerals that you already got, guess what that'll do? It'll affect your kidneys too. Herbal tea will fuck your kidneys up, just like alcohol and liquor. Herbal tea will fuck your body up just like alcohol and liquor. It will override your liver and your kidneys just like alcohol and liver. Be careful with herbal tea. Be careful with these young people selling you stuff, old folk with diseases. Well, she just seems so nice and that's so good. She said she had some stuff for my blood pressure. And I just supposed to drink it every day and don't know that shit ain't doing nothing but adding to the kidneys going down. Again, deficiency will hurt the kidneys, but if you keep taking stuff when you don't need to take it, when you keep having a saturation of things, saturated is just as fucked up as what they call that. You got saturated, then you got diluted, right? You saturated and diluted, they both a problem. Concentrated and diluted is both a problem for the kidneys. Okay, so but you don't know because you ain't requiring for your herbalist to know more than just the little herb. Herbalists need to know more than herb. They need to know biology. They need to know the human body. Okay, doctors need to know more than just the body. They need to know spirituality. They need to know their patients more. You need to get in more of a communicable, a more friendlier, a more understanding, diverse conversation with your patients and clients that will get you to know them so that you don't have to prescribe medicine. You can prescribe lifestyle things. That's a change of work, change of what you're doing after work, a change of what you do before work, a change of what you're doing work, just lifestyle activities. These are the meds before you start going and giving people inorganics. Now, the bottom line is these are supplemental, but you don't know your deficiency. So why are you taking herbs when you don't know the deficiency? Why did that herbalist give you something without knowing your deficiency? Why are you going down there to the doctor without knowing your deficiency? Why are you paying insurance for years and years and years and still haven't took a vitamin and mineral deficiency test? Ain't nothing wrong with you. So at least if you're going to keep paying insurance, go get you a vitamin and mineral deficiency test. Know your deficiencies, but you don't know your deficiencies. But with your owner's manual, this is what we're showing you, your deficiencies and your tendencies. So anybody ask you the importance of the owner's manual for this little funky $50 or for a rand for $500 of South Africa, 500 rand. The reason why we got this there because you get so much fucking information on yourself that it ain't funny. And guess what? You don't have to come back to me no more. So yeah, I'm gonna charge you $50 because you don't have to come back to me no more. And you got herbalists that are into this industry too. Lifestyle prescriptions. Yeah, you don't have to take medications, but you got to still take that blood pressure because this herbalist ain't bold enough to tell you how to change your life. Because you paying for their life. So you got to understand, if the decision is between you and my children, who you think I'm going to choose? If you are dumb as hell and don't want to take care of yourself, and you want to keep coming to me every month to feed my children at my house, or me teach you the real truth so that you don't have to deal with this no more, but you don't got to come to me no more. Which one do you think those herbalists out there would choose? And y'all listen to the wrong people. Y'all listen to these children. You folks trying to feed their family, man. Can herbs cure a fistula? Yes. Okay. These folks out here trying to feed their family, y'all. Nobody, again, you got to go toward people who call it a ministry, not an industry. You got to look at people who look at this as a ministry, not an industry. You got to see people for what they are. So you guys are dealing with the incurables because you're supplementing without knowing your deficiency. So therefore, you can never fix this incurable because you're supplementing with these things, but you don't know the balancing act. How do you know what you're supplementing? That's why these don't work, and that's why they become lifetime prescriptions. Why do I got to be on herbs for a lifetime? Why do I got to be on meds for a lifetime? Why do I got to be on vitamins and minerals for a lifetime? It's because the person you're dealing with don't really know how to fix your imbalance. But with your owner's manual, we do. How do I get it read up so I don't know what you're talking about. Your shop shut down. No, my shop didn't shut down. I am J Money, but I closed my shop. My shop don't shut down. Now watch your words. Watch your words. All right. Watch your words. All right. I closed my own shop, baby. I was a successful herbalist. Okay. I closed my own shop so that I can get the fuck out of a system. Okay. I wanted to get out of the system. Yes, I was making money. Yes, I was making a living. I had been making money before I became an herbalist. But at the end of the day, what I realized is that you motherfuckers was keeping me in the system. That you guys were keeping me in this rat race. And I can't free you while I'm in prison. The only way I'm gonna free you is if somebody can get out inside that jail. Now I'll come back and show you the blueprint. I'll come back to prison to free my people. But I can't free you from the inside. We got to be able to use this blueprint to see can we get our asses up out this system. So therefore, I left my shop. Okay, a lot of people can do that. Some people don't. But I created that situation within my own life. Sometimes that fuck with me because that was my baby. But at the end of the day, the shop ain't the baby, it's me. HerbMan is the shop. So no matter where I go, as long as you got access to me, you got access to the herbs. As long as you got access to me, you got access to the information. Okay? So there we go, man. So the shop ain't never shut down, my brother. I'm still working. You see me? We ain't never shut down shop, baby. We still working. Long as you goddamn see me, HerbMan Inc. is still in effect, okay? See, because it's me, baby. I'm a brand, walking, talking brand. I can't have nothing to hold me down, though. Walking, talking brand. And plus, I ain't finna let y'all just continue to feed off me for the rest of my life. That's my point to you. These people see this as an industry. Therefore, they will keep shop open and they'll keep you in the blind. I'm not finna do that. We're gonna teach y'all ass how to fish. So I got a fishing school. $50. Come to fishing school. Okay? Now, they don't know how to balance you because they're supplementing with no idea of the deficiency. Okay? Remember that I told you guys yesterday that deficiency, or not yesterday, but the day before, we've been having some power outages here. Deficiency, this is what you need. You need this. Okay? When you have a deficiency in any area, this is what you need. Now, some of you guys, remember that I told you guys are out there taking Irish moths and don't know what you're doing. So you saturate the body so you could be excessive. Excessive can also turn medicine into a poison. Food is medicine. Medicine is food. Food is medicine. Excessive food can turn into a poison. So excessiveness can turn into a poison, just like it not being there. Too much of a thing can also be a problem. Now, when you are excessive, you need the balance. Okay. Okay. So we're always looking at balance. We're always trying to balance. So with a deficiency, you need the thing that's deficiency. With excessiveness, you need polarity. Okay. This is polarity. And polarity is going to create the balance. So our goal is balance. With a deficiency, your goal is whatever's deficient. With an excessiveness, your goal is balance, and how you balance is through polarity. So when you have an excessiveness in something, I'll go and deal with the other thing. When you have a deficiency in something, I'll deal with that thing itself. The question is, do you know if you're deficient or excessive? And that's why they call these the incurables. Hey, that's why they call these the incurables. But we know this by your birthday. We don't have to do no blood test, no blood type, no blood sample. We ain't got to do no hair sample, stool sample, urine sample. I ain't got to take that little live culture from your little ugly bump down now. We ain't got to do all that. We just do your birthday, and it'll let us know your deficiencies and your excessiveness, your deficiencies and your tendencies. It'll let us know these things before we ever look. The ancient people never wanted to prick you, stick you, or poke you. It was never invasive, intrusive like that. Ain't nobody gonna check your blood. Hell, they didn't even want to open you up. It was taboo to fuck with a dead body back in ancestral time. So nobody even wanted to do surgery or open you up or do anything like that, you guys. So therefore, we accumulated all of this knowledge that you see right here from cosmology and biology without ever having to open up a human body. And that's what you want. You don't want no microscope. You want to be able to be microscopic from the eagle's eye view of your life. I want a microscope of me, not a microscope of my cell. You can look at me and tell me what's going on inside of me. Why you got to look inside of me to tell what's going on outside of me? Don't let this shit fool you. You're supposed to be good enough to tell me what's going on in my blood by what's going on with my life. So you're supposed to be a good listener, not a good looker. See, y'all looking for the good looker in the microscope, but the eye ain't these two eyes. The microscope, the eye is the third eye. Who can use that one good? And that third eye don't require blood sampling. That third eye requires spirit sampling. You can see a parasite in my blood, but can you see a parasite in my spirit? And if I never ever allow you to take my blood, can I still be helped by you? Yes, because if me personally, yes. If you never ever allow me to take your blood, which I never will anyway, I don't need to take your blood. I came here by the flood. I know you by spirit. I know who the hell you is. I know what you're doing. Because I'm a good listener. All I got to do is sit and watch your ass and observe you and listen, and I know exactly what you do. You ain't nobody's different from nobody. T.I. ain't nobody different. That nigga stink like somebody else poop stink. Trump ain't no different. His feet smell like corn chips just like yours do. He shitted last night and had to wipe his ass with some tissue just like you did. Ain't nobody different, no matter how much money, how little money they got. So if you get past that bullshit, you can start seeing the real stuff. Okay? The reason why these are incurable is because the doctors don't necessarily know how to balance you back out. Now, they've determined that you're one of these, though. They've determined that there's some excessiveness or some deficiency there, or they've determined that there is some growth, or that there is some degeneration, right? You know how they talk, so we'll use their words, right? So they've determined that there's some degeneration or deficiency, or they've already determined that there's some growth or some excessiveness there. They've already determined these things, but why the hell you can't fix it? If it's a growth, why you can't stop it? If it's a degeneration, why you can't stimulate it? So if HerbMan know this, why you can't? So here's what they do. They're gonna try to stimulate it. They know it's degenerative, so they try to stimulate it. But what did they try to stimulate you with? Inorganics. They try to stimulate you with inorganics, and they try to stimulate you with isolated material. So now you're trying to stimulate me with inorganics and isolated material. That ain't gonna do it. When I got a deficiency, I'm talking about degeneration. When I got a deficiency, I'm at a prime time in my life to where I need to have organic. It needs to be able to register with the body system. Inorganics, when they come through the body, they don't register with your system, and they actually add on to immunosuppression. Well, what a degenerative state. What if I need my immune system? Remember what your three repair systems are. Your endocrine system, your nervous system, and your immune system are the three autonomous repair systems that can come to your aid, whether you like it or not. Okay, so now if you do this, then aren't you messing with one of my repair systems? Okay, if you stimulate me with inorganics, you messing with one of my repair systems, which is my immune system. How are we doing that? Because when inorganics go body, I have to allow them to pass by, which means that I have to have some kind of immunosuppression in order to get inorganics past the brain barrier, or just past into the blood, period. Otherwise, your immune system is going to kill everything. So therefore, this suppression in the immune system is now taking down 1/3 of my repair systems, but I thought I was repairing myself. So you need to be stimulated organically, and you don't need isolated material. So isolated material is the modern medical system of today. They isolate what's in white willow, and they give you aspirin. They isolate what's in barberry root, and then they give you berberine. You can get barberry root. We give you barberry root with your owner's manual if you need barberry root. Okay, so they're isolating these things out of these plants, but you don't need to isolate it in your time of need. You need organics, and you need whole food material, not reductive. You need to open up. You're deficient. So why give me a limited thing, anything? Don't limit me when I'm deficient. Open me up when I'm deficient. Don't limit me. Okay, so this is why they're not able to do that here. Now with the growth, same thing. Okay, same thing. So they're going to try to come in and with a relaxant, right? They're going to try to come in with some type of relaxant, but guess what? It's going to be inorganic. And that inorganic relaxant is going to do the same thing. It's going to suppress the immune. That's 1/3 of your repair system. You'll never get healed if something is fucking up everything. If something is going into your body, I don't care if it's an aspirin, a potato, or alcohol. I don't give a damn if it's a lollipop, or ice cream. I don't give a damn if it's a goddamn applesauce or Gatorade. I don't give a damn if it's some oatmeal or some corn mush. I don't give a damn if it's some pork chop or a pig feet. If it's going in and it's inorganic, it's going to suppress your immune system. And if it suppresses 1/3 of your repair systems, you can't repair. This is why these are incurable. They are curable, but this is why they're incurable. Okay, so now they give you a relaxant that's inorganic, so that's going to suppress the immune system. Now it makes it very harder for your immune system to fight against this growth because you had an excessive behavior. Okay, so what you're seeing is that their way of dealing with you is just diabolically different from what your body needs. Again, they got good information, y'all, but they got a bad application. Okay, and again, they didn't go to school to cure. They went to school to treat. Okay, they got good information. They just got bad application. They're applying this stuff ass backward, and if you don't know about how it should be applied, you become a victim to the applications. They know what they're doing. They got this down to a science. You see, if I know and I learn from them, they books and we know, right? So the information is there for you to know, but you are applying it to the human species wrong, and you know that, but the human doesn't know. And when you get into an incurable, when you got diagnosed with one of these diseases, you in a hurry to take anything. and you want them. Look, you want them motherfuckers in there like a Frankenstein for your stuff, right? You like make up anything, doc. I just need to get rid of. I don't give a damn if you got damn. Look, if you got to take my left kidney in order to keep my heart, as long as I got the right kidney. So you so desperado. So these people are going into the laboratories, literally making you something. But what I'm saying to you is, down to the simplest form for Rico and them and Mama and them, is that, baby, anytime it's inorganic, it's doing a plus one against you. So when you're taking high blood pressure medication, you're doing a plus one against yourself. You're thinking you're doing good for yourself, but you're actually doing bad for yourself, because high blood pressure should be rectified in 30 days. But if you keep taking a lifetime of blood pressure pills, yes, you will run down your kidney. So you can't be on high blood pressure pills for a lifetime, you guys. I'm teaching you all something, okay? You cannot be on metformin for a lifetime. Yes, they're going to tell you that you need to take it for a lifetime, but you got to know that you can't take that shit for a lifetime, or it will take your kidneys down. What is the number one cause of chronic kidney disease? Anybody know? Keep tapping, you guys. I'll keep talking. Keep tapping in and I'll keep talking. Anybody know? They say type 1 diabetes is incurable to save my daughter. I want to save my daughter. Yeah, type 1 is an autoimmune disease. It's diabetes mellitus. Okay? Type 1 is, but what you got to look at, I am J Money or Job Money. What you got to look at is a organ. Remember that I just told you that the nervous system, the endocrine system, and the immune system are your first responders to you, right? When you have an organ that doesn't work, diabetes type 1 mellitus is the people always talking about curing diabetes, but type 2, that shit easy. This is the one we talking about, the one Job Money talking about, right? This is the one I like dealing with. This is the big dundana, but they don't know about this. When your organ does not work, it's going to directly affect. You need to go straight to your nervous system. Put it like that. Very easy, simple term. When an organ don't work and is malfunctioning, then you got to look at you got to look at the communication between it and the control panel. Is your brain registering the pancreas being online? Is your nervous system registering the pancreas being online? No, it's not. So if it doesn't, then guess what? If your brain doesn't register that something is not online, it don't get no food. It don't get no blood. It don't get no water. It don't get no oxygen. And it don't get no material to be healthy. Okay? When your brain registers that something ain't online, which means that there's a malfunctioning organ, that organ doesn't get no food, my people. It doesn't get the material. So it's very difficult. So guess what you got to do? You can't just go and pump the motherfucking car. You can't go put no gas in that son bitch. That bitch got to goddamn get a tag. You can go put all the gas, and you can go put the speakers and the sound system in that some bit, and you can do everything you want to do with pancreas. But before pancreas get on that motherfucking road, it's got to be registered with the state. And so you got herbalists that's saying, hey, let me give you chromium, and let me give you berberine, and let me give you these things. And so you're trying to go for the actual organ. Motherfucker, that shit got to be registered. You got to go to the mainframe, because what you're putting in might not even get to the pancreas. Come on, somebody. So the nervous system is a very big system to deal with when you have organ failure. Okay? When you got organ failure, the nervous system. All right? How do you get rid of a mass of kidney stones? Kidney stones are very easy. Just DM me, get your owner's manual, and we'll show you how to do all that stuff. All right, side effects of medications. I just told you kidneys. The side effect of medications and the side effects of herbal teas. Kidneys. Okay? The side effects of medications and the side effects of taking teas for the rest of your life. I know these herbalists don't want, I know herbalists just shoot me dead right now. They're like, this son of a bitch up there telling that. Yes, because you motherfuckers is doing an industry. This is a ministry. And all you're going to do is just make it that they're going to mass produce the herbs, and the folks going to be drinking tea with pesticides, insecticides. Do you know what a hot cup of insecticide will do? It's the top of the poisons. We don't want to do this, man. Love the earth. Love the people. Love the planet. Take care, be an advocate. Conservation. But I'm trying to conserve the land and conserve the man. We need to learn conservation of both things. It's not an industry, it's a ministry. Okay. So now in understanding this particular type of stuff right here, now you know that they know, but it is something that you got to know in order to get yourself the things that you need. Okay. Don't expect a doctor to cure you. They treat you and they do their job when they treat you. Okay. They do their job when they treat you. These herbalists out here are not knowledgeable enough. You know, people ask me all the time when I left Georgia, they were like, who, HerbMan, who else would you recommend for us to go to? I wouldn't go. I haven't been to nobody. I would go to me. That's it. And I'm not trying to be big-headed about that. I wouldn't go to Yaki. Bless his heart. I love Yaki. Yaki is one of the top dudes. He's actually, I would love to meet him and love to do stuff with him, but I wouldn't go to him. Okay? As a doctor of me, if I had a choice to go, I wouldn't go to Yak. But I appreciate y'all for being young and being inspirational, right? And doing what you want to do. I wouldn't go to nobody. I wouldn't go to Bobby Price. I wouldn't go to anybody. There's not a doctor, there's not a herbalist that me will go to. So therefore, I can't recommend my people to somebody and I ain't never been to them. I ain't never been to nobody else but me. So how would I tell you to go to somebody? Well, we just need somebody. Well, I don't know. It's either me or bust, I guess, or you go out there and find yourself, or you be me. You become me in your own life, and you become your own herbalist. That's what I advise, okay? Because when I had this incurable, I didn't go to no herbalist. I did my own research. I went to the doctor to get your little whatever they look that you know when they go up in the little camera up in your little booty, y'all you know the guys got to get that. So that was at about 40 years old, 30 something, 35, something like that. I had to go and get that. But other than that, that was it. So at the end of the day, though, without that, I wouldn't have known this, but I knew that. But I don't need y'all medications. Again, great information. The medication, though, is the wrong application. So give me the information. I took that back home, and then I applied it in my way, and I was able to cure myself. Okay, so that's what we're trying to tell you. Good information, wrong application. How to make an appointment? You need your owner's manual to make an appointment with me, Turaya. Okay, so just DM me and we'll get you your information. All right, the owner's manual is $50. All we need is your birthday. Manny endoscopy. No, it's not called an endoscopy. It's a colonoscopy. Yeah, colonoscopy, Manny. That's what it's called. Colonoscopy. Right. So they do your colonoscopy, and that's when they talk about colon cancer, Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis. So that's what I got. It was a colonoscopy. Okay. So again, you guys don't understanding that they know the deficiencies. They know that balance is key, but they're giving it to you inorganically. So now a lot of you guys are out there taking inorganics like this, and these are hurting you. Okay. These are hurting you. All the vitamins. All vitamins and minerals. Isolated will hurt you. All vitamins and minerals that are isolated, that are not in food. So everything they tell you about vitamin A all the way down to zinc, if it's not in food, it's going to hurt you. It's an inorganic. Okay, it's going to hurt you. All medications that are inorganic is going to hurt you. Okay, it's going to hurt you, right? And then also you got to watch out for the capsules. GMO foods. What's the big thing about GMO foods is that they're inorganic. Genetically modified organisms become inorganics. Inorganic is simply something that is not organic to the natural world, or what Dr. Sebi called alkaline. Okay, so inorganics are things that are not alkaline or indigenous to the planet. Okay, now there's a lot of stuff out here that y'all don't know that's like this. Okay, so again, how do you understand what this is? I know a lot of people question me and ask me about this. If you don't have to plant the seed, you know, like when I came up in the country, There were just apple trees and blueberry, blackberry, muscadines. They were everywhere, and nobody planted these trees. These were walking down the street. These was on the side of the road. These were in the forest. These were in the woods in the back of your house. But ain't nobody planted this shit. Okay. So when you don't plant these things and they come year in and year out, that becomes alkaline and that becomes indigenous and that becomes organic to the planet. Something that your ass did not have a hand in doing. That's how you know what organic is. Everybody keep talking about how we know what organic is and alkaline. So I'm telling y'all, okay, organic, alkaline, and indigenous means that man did not have to plant it in order for it to exist. And there's not a lot of food out here that man didn't do that way. Okay, so go do your research on those and you'll get the right food. You'll get the right stuff. But the genetically modified organisms or inorganics as well. Now, again, the biggest thing about the inorganics is that they do what? Suppress the immune system. They suppress your immune system. Okay, that's the big thing about these. The big thing about these is that they suppress the immune system. Okay, the other big thing about inorganics is that they have a long-term effect. Long-term effect on the kidneys. Okay, inorganic. So when you're doing vitamins and minerals, if you do protein shakes, protein powders, yeah, you see how I stick my head in the camera like this. Whoop, message. So if you're doing protein, because I know y'all little some bitches thinking because you conscious and you go work out every day, good. I go to the gym and I be taking my little protein shakes in the morning and my little pre-workout and post-workout. Man, stop that dumb shit. Crazy ass. Again, out of your ignorance, you're creating industry, and that industry could be in the herbal industry, the ministry. It could be in your church. It could be in your restaurant industry, and it damn sure could be in the gym. You don't know thyself. So you're taking inorganic proteins. So yeah, you're gonna get bigger than a motherfucker, but your immune system gonna be too low. So when that protein growth happens and you can't stop the growth because cancer gonna come, that tumor. And you worried about why they got them things that, because you know why? You sat there and you put growth instructions in your body. And you got too excessive in that. Stop doing this. These are instructions. Food is information. If you think about it that way, it's all about what am I telling my body to do. When you look at your plate this morning, when you look at breakfast, what instructions is it? You're going to say, I know you're trying to make yourself laugh, so you're going to say, she get food. I ain't mad at you. Yeah, the instructions is to get full, but the thing about it is, are you being excessive or deficient with the way you're eating? Soul food is a limited diet. That's excessively in a situation, and you can be having deficiencies that you're not quantifying or that you're not solidifying. Why? Because you have a limited diet. So it might be certain vitamins that ain't in your soul food that you're eating. It might be limited nutrition that ain't in your vegan diet that you're eating. It may be limitations of minerals and vitamins that ain't in your little Mediterranean diet or in your keto diet or in your this and that diet that you're doing, because you're limiting yourself at a time you should be opening up. So these diets that we all get rid of it. Eat whatever any kind of thing, just make sure. And then I'm gonna tell you how you get out of the way of inorganics. Eat different food. If you really want to duck and dodge inorganics, open up your palate. Stop eating the same old bananas and apples and oranges. Because goddamn, how many times you think they're gonna keep? If you eating them all the time and they eating them all the time, if you eating the pig all the time and they eating the pig, if you eating the chicken and they eat, if you eating the cow and they eating it, then you know these folk gonna go in the lab and make this shit. You can't. These animals supposed to been extinct. These plants supposed to been extinct. They're not built for billions of people to only eat 200 specific foods on the planet. Did you not know that? There's only 200 foods that's feeding 8 billion people. Yes, you're going to get into laboratory food. There's only 200 foods that are feeding 8 billion people. Yes, you're going to get laboratory food because that's an imbalance. Okay? That's an imbalance. So you can't be out here like that. Okay? Throw in the bok choy. Yeah. Throw in a little bok choy. You can throw in a little leek. You know, my leeks. Leeks. Leeks, bok choy. These are different. These are different, and that's why I like going to the Asian store. Go get me a little snow pea, a little baby carrot, a little edamame. You know, Deuce, get out of the box. These folk gonna kill you eating that same old shit. You eating hamburger meat for the last 50 years. You and your cousin them and 8 billion other motherfuckers. Come on, you know that cow ain't real. You gotta know it ain't real. But these inorganics gonna suppress the immune system, which is 1/3 of your ability to heal itself. Okay? That's what you need to understand. All right? So they're doing good in one end, messing you up on the other end. If you're taking statins are very good to inhibit cholesterol formation. So it's good to help you from getting a heart attack. If they're so scared of you getting a heart attack, statins will keep you from getting a heart attack, but they'll ride your ass straight into a brain stroke. So it's up to you. You want to save your heart, fuck up your brain because you're doing inorganics. Okay? Listen to my homie HerbMan while I'm walking home. There we go, Keto. Appreciate you. There we go. Okay? So in order for you to duck and dodge this long-term effect here, you got to go organically. Okay? You got to go organic. And there's no bigger thing about organics than you getting your own body back into balance without the supplemental, because again, without the deficiencies. Now, when you get your owner's manual for that funky $50 million, then guess what's happening is that now we know the deficiencies, we know the tendencies, and then based on that birthday, it's going to calculate to you what herbs you need for these tendencies and for these deficiencies. Now that's half the battle. Without knowing the deficiencies, what are we supplementing? Herbs are supplemental. Without knowing the deficiency, what are we supplementing? So without knowing the deficiency, that herbalist must have some kind of system to know your deficiencies. That herbalist must have some type of system. Hey, calm down. To know your deficiencies. That herbalist, that naturopathic, that homeopathic, that allopathic doctor must have some understanding of your deficiencies before they start to prescribe you supplementation. Okay? And it's easy to understand because we've showed you guys all these things. So from your birthday, we'll be able to understand calcium, potassium, phosphorus, magnesium, iron, manganese, chlorine, all these different things. We'll be able to understand them based on your birthday. I know it may seem crazy, but I've done this over and over and over for the last few years now on social media. Okay? So that's what we want to understand. So now when you get the organics, then now we got things that are going to nourish these three systems. That's all I'm trying to do is get these back working. Okay? If I can get these back working properly, we good. Okay? So it doesn't matter if you got HIV, it doesn't matter if you got diabetes type 1, it doesn't matter if you got dialysis, it doesn't matter if you got a stage 4 or 5 cancer. They got to know how to balance these out and bring these back into cohesiveness. So therefore, we need to know where is the deficiency or the excessiveness coming at in the repair systems. Don't try to keep fucking with people's kidneys while their kidneys are bad. Y'all got to stop that. If somebody tells you they got a liver issue, don't go toward the liver. It's already bad, dog. So you got to understand how to really heal people, man. That's why this shit don't work at the hospital, is because it's treating the area specifically in which you have a knowledge that the problem is at. If you got a knee pain, they only gonna give you something for the pain in your knee. Okay, this is what we call isolated treatment, and you're not a person that needs to be isolated. That's why it doesn't work anymore, because they've been isolating us for years now. Remember, you got to go to a foot doctor for your foot, a head doctor for your head. So everything is isolated and everything is in, different wheelhouses. But at the same time, at the end of the day, you're working in one body. Who knows the body well enough to know that the brain affects the foot affects the brain, and et cetera, et cetera. So therefore, there must be a holistic approach to this particular person's body. Everything affects everything. Yeah, you got the pain in your back, but that don't mean that that's where the pain comes from. That just means where the pain is at. Where the pain come from? I got pain in my lower back. That's where it's at. Where does it come from in your life? I got arthritis in my knee. That's where the cartilage left at. But the fact that you are moving, what's going on in your life that can't allow you to slow down enough, even when you know that you were bone to bone years ago. Arthritis is something that'll show you its face long time before you get out of whack now. Long time before you need to have surgery, arthritis will rear its head and show you that it's there. But you ain't never relaxed, created a life to chill. So it tells on you, your diseases tell on you. They tell on you what you got going on. If you got AIDS, if you got herpes, it's telling you. Yeah. If you got a sexual transmitted disease, that tells on you. They're telling what you doing. If you got high blood pressure, that's telling on you. If you got high blood sugar, that's telling on you. If you got cancer, it's telling on you. If you got dialysis, it's telling on you. So when y'all are coming up here, that's why y'all scared to call me. Because I don't play no game. Because you like to call me with your little facade. Y'all try to trick people. But you can't trick me. I'm a different doctor. You see what I'm saying? You coming up here, HerbMan, and all with your pleasantness, and I'm so glad. And first of all, I just want to tell you, I love what I don't give a damn. Who is you? That's what I'm looking at. Who is you? All this flattering and all this flabbergasting and all of this talking lets me know that you like to try to slick and slide your way out of an ass whooping, but you won't be able to do it with me. Because I'm not focused on your mouth. I'm focused on your spirit. I know how to do this, guy. If you guys are looking for a holistic practitioner, I know how to do this. If you guys just keep on juking and jiving, they all out there for you. But when it comes to this, I didn't play in my church. I ain't going to play in the church of hip wellness. Okay? So now, somebody got to know how, okay, so I got the imbalance. I got the excessive. They know I got a degenerative state. I'm losing my eyesight. I'm losing this, losing bone. I'm losing the organ function like we talked about with type 1 diabetes. So we know deficiency is there. Okay. So then now we just said that deficiency in what area? Well, HerbMan just goddamn told that lady that if for type 1 diabetes, the deficiency is in the nervous system. But most people are going to try to fuck with the pancreas from the endocrine or the digestive because it belongs to the endocrine and the digestive system. Yes, it belongs to those as far as functionality, but the reason why it's not working at all is because it's not online. Online is communication. So the way before we get to what the motherfucker do, we got to plug it up in the wall to see if it works. Does it got power? Do your pancreas got power? Do your pancreas, okay, so it got power. Do it got communications? Do it got a signal? Is your computer coming on? Is the pancreas light come on when you come on? If it don't, it ain't online. So you trying to worry about the function. You trying to get it to pump sugar, but you got to be able to get it to send the signal. You see? You got to be able to get it to send the signal. So when organs are malfunctioning, that's a deficiency in the nervous system, the communication. You can't get the organs online without it properly communicating, okay? I am whole body imbalance, real talk. I accept your tough love, healing approach. Yeah, you got to have it, Jenny, okay? You got to have it. That's all about the care. That's where the care comes in there. I care about you enough to not allow you to bluff me on this one, okay? I care about y'all enough to not allow y'all to bluff me, right? And once y'all get that and receive that, you'll understand what my heart truly is. I care enough about you to not allow you to lie to me. Your lies gonna stop with me. That's somebody that care about you. Okay, your lies is gonna stop with me. You know why you fat. You know why you overweight. You know why you still got that disease. You know why you still taking prescriptions. We're not gonna play games with you. If you're really trying to get well, you came to the right place. Y'all too grown. I'm not gonna play with grown folk. You know, it's an old saying we came up with back in the day. We don't play with other folk children, but we don't play with grown folk. Oh yeah, you cut it off. Okay. Yeah. So that that's what we do. Okay. But the lying stops, you guys. The lying stops because we're really trying to help you heal, and we're really trying to show you that it's simple, it's affordable, it's accessible for all of us. Rico and them all the way down to whoever else you want, the Prince Wales, Prince of Charles, or whoever it is. It's for all of us. Okay, healing is simple, it's affordable, it's accessible. All right. So now you understand that. So now let's talk about cancers for a minute, right? So okay, cancer's coming in. Okay, now we understand what a cancer is, right? It's taking over cell growth, this, that, and the third. But I already know what I need to be dealing with. Okay, so if I understand a cell, then how does a cell communicate? So we know the nervous system got a lot to do with apoptosis, got a lot to do with what the cell's supposed to do. The nervous system, actually, the brain creates the chemical reactions first, right? So then I know, boom, I got to go to the endocrine system because that's the chemicals. That's where the most of the cancer is going to come from. The endocrine system, growth hormones, this, that, and the third come from here. So I automatically know where to go with cancer. Okay, and then obviously, yes, I got to deal with the immune system as well because that's my Army Navy, right? So now I automatically know. But what do I know outside of this? That there's some excessiveness going on. So if an uncontrollable division of cells happens in my body, then communication has gotten too overstimulated. So I already know to relax the nervous system because that's my messaging system, right? So it's got too overly stimulated with growth and not enough of apoptosis or breakdown, okay? Or what we would call a catabolic and anabolic action, right? Then also, I've gotten too overly stimulated in my endocrine system because it's pushing out too much growth hormones, creating the information in the bloodstream to say keep things growing bigger and bigger and bigger without that also happening from the, so you got this as a messenger and this as a messenger, and both of them are overstimulated in a cancer situation. Okay, then my immune system is not going to be over. It can be with autoimmune issues, right? So with autoimmune is overstimulated, but with cancer it is suppressed because if it was, it would have stopped the cancer. Okay, so in cancer, the immune system is under stimulated. Okay, in cancer is understimulated. In autoimmunity, this would be overstimulated. In allergies, this would be overstimulated. But in cancers, tumors, this is understimulated. So you got over, and under. I know how to fight cancer. Simple. But the thing about it is because if I give you chemotherapy, then guess what I did? If I give you chemotherapy, then that's an inorganic. So I just suppress the immunity and keep this down even further because it's an inorganic. If I give you radiation, okay, I have just did you an inorganic. So I suppress the immunity. If I give you immunotherapy, I'm trying to stimulate it, but because it's an inorganic, keeps you sick. Again, good information they got, wrong application. Any question thus far? Anybody need any other information thus far? Divine protection, love, and financial abundance to you, Priceless family. Appreciate you, Jenny. Anybody got any other question? Tap, tap. I'll keep talking. Tap, tap. I'll keep talking. Anybody got any other question? If you got interested in your owner's manual, please DM us. We'll get you the information. Nah, we don't do blood type, Jamani. Nah, blood type is good. What about eating according to your blood type? No good. More on the minerals and birthday. Again, you guys, look here. Y'all keep asking me about the blood type. Who knew your blood type in back in the day? Who knew your blood type back in the day? Did Dr. Sabi take blood? Did anybody know if Dr. Sabi take blood? He never took anybody's blood because you know why? We don't need to. Okay. Remember, I just told you this is ancient stuff. Okay. Ancient stuff. So what you want? Ancient or you want modern? All right. You want ancient or you want modern? So we do ancient shit. not modern stuff. Neuropathy, is it reversible? Yeah, you got it. You didn't have it from birth, Wofa. If you don't have it from birth, Wofa, then obviously it's if you caught something, you can release it. Okay. Now, if you had it from birth, then we can be talking about something genetically. But if you caught something, you can back to the seat. All you got to do, Wofa, is release your neuropathy back to the seat. Okay. Release it back to the seat. Right. So you got to watch your blood sugar, and you got to watch your blues and purples, and you got to be eating enough food, man. You got to have enough blues and purples in your body to keep your nervous system up to par. The owner's manual is for you. Okay, it costs $50. It is for you to get your life back into balance. Okay, it serves as a guide for you to get yourself back into balance. It tells you all about your spiritual tendencies, tells you all about your physical tendencies, it tells you all about your foods and herbs and everything that you would need to stay in proper balance, as well as nature-based interventions, so that you can be able to understand how much sunlight, water, air, and all that stuff that you would need. All right, if you guys are interested in the consultation, please DM me and we'll get you the information that you need. Do you tell us how to get rid of cancer and other diseases? I tell you how to get balanced with Ginger Walker. I don't chase diseases. We chase death. Okay. Yes, I'm in Africa. It don't matter. You can still get your herbs. You can still get whatever you need. So it don't matter, Taraya, where I'm at. You don't got to ask me where I'm at. Just know that I'm here for you. Okay. I am here for you no matter where I'm at. Do you tell us, can you teach me how to become you to help my people? Yeah, no. No. Nah, you came to the wrong place if you're looking to try to be me. You need to try to be the first I am J Money. Don't ever try to be another motherfucking HerbMan. Okay? So you figure out how to be the first you, my brother. I think that's my brother. Yeah. You figure out how to be the first you, and then you own to something, John Money. Okay? But if you're trying to be the second me, you'll never live up. You'll never live up, homie. What are the ways to deal with excessive, unproductive thoughts? If you're having excessive, unproductive thoughts, all you got to do is just begin to just start allowing them to dissipate. Don't try to stop them. Just don't do shit about them. Like before, you probably was thinking about them too much. You probably was trying to, do something with them and this, that, and the third. But sometimes you just got to let them come and let them not bother you. Like, you know what? I'm gonna let you come, but I'm not going to act any kind of way with you. And then next thing you know, they start staying in rent free. They start staying rent free less and less and less because you ain't paying them no attention. Look, the greatest thing, just like a man wants a woman, the greatest thing for an idea is attention. Okay. Y'all didn't know that. Let me just say this, guys. You keep tapping, I'll keep talking. Look, just like a man, the greatest thing for a man is a woman. The greatest thing to an idea is attention. So when you guys are looking at meditation and all this deep ass shit, it ain't that deep. It ain't that difficult. It ain't that far out and otherworldly like these people are trying to make it be. That's one thing I hate about people that are trying to make this shit out like it's some special shit. It's not. It's just hitting for the average, but it doesn't mean that it's sacred for the few. It's for all of us, man. Okay? The greatest companion to an idea is attention. The greatest companion to your thoughts is attention. If you give your thoughts attention, they love it. If you don't give them attention, you won't have the thoughts. So if you just keep on less and less and less and less paying attention to those thoughts, the thoughts will just dissipate because they love attention, baby. Your thoughts love attention. And that's kind of the fallibility of the world right now that we're living in, is that everybody is just kind of doing what they first thought. You say your first thought, do your first thought, and then that's when it becomes easy to become something else. You're calling yourself, I don't know what you will. You don't know what you will, because you going all out with your thoughts, man. Some of that shit should just not resonate at all. It should just come in and go out. Right? Don't give that stuff no attention. Okay, so keto. Hopefully you got that. What's going on, Aurora? Okay, so now understanding this, now we're understanding that we do know how to fix these things. So now you get it. So in cancer, the nervous system and the endocrine system will be overstimulated, and the immune system will be understimulated. In autoimmune, in allergies, all three of these will be overly stimulated. Okay, in allergies and autoimmunity, all three will be overstimulated. In cancers, two will be overstimulated, one will not. That's a formula. If y'all are smart, you get it, you got it, and you good. Okay, I don't got to say nothing else. I don't got to put herbs up here. Y'all motherfuckers smart. I'm giving y'all the secrets, man. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not finna just say it out loud. Like folks gonna let us say this shit out loud. They ain't gonna do nothing but stop the live and cut it off. So if y'all can't decode, then that's the problem anyway. That's the problem with your life. You can't decode. Okay. So now, understanding that, anybody got questions on how to do high blood pressure, diabetes, anything else? I just told you that stuff. Okay. Diabetes, high blood pressure, and anything under the incurables are, again, the incurables, all that means is that you got to be smart enough to know what you're doing. The curables, all that means is that you just got to stop doing something. All the stuff that they deem curable, you just got to stop doing something and that'll be cool. It's the incurables that's going to take you up through that as far as learning, as far as trying to understand what the body needs and the deficiencies. But most of the time when you got a headache or when you got high blood pressure, when you got diabetes type 2, when you got these things, those are all the signs to say, stop what you're doing. You got too excessive. You've gotten too excessive at some point. Fussing, fighting, cussing, working, stressed out, thinking, overthinking, whatever it is, you've gotten too much of it. And these are alarm signals. These diseases are really symptoms. What about baldness? I want my hair back. That's on you. I missed that screenshot. I came to the correct live this rising. I've been dealing with blood pressure. Yeah, 30 days or less. Okay. 30 days or less. Right. The biggest thing about blood pressure or Aurora is the fact that, and I'm going to tell you this. Okay. The reason why you got high blood pressure is because there's some instability. Okay. That instability in your life has become your stressor. Okay. Until you remove the stressor, which is the instability, then you can't remove the high blood pressure. You don't, Aurora, you don't have high blood pressure because of food and drink. You got high blood pressure because your ass is stressed out and you worry. Okay. Aurora said, wow. Yeah, we know what your life going through with the disease. That's why I told you these folks scared to call me. What's good for water retention? Anytime that you're retaining water, we just talked to you guys about this the other day, okay? So that may be your aldosterone. So you got to ask yourself, why is my body retaining water? Now, either you're taking in too much sodium, okay? So a lot of times when the concentration of the vitamins and minerals in the bloodstream get too high, which means that your water is too low. So I would say hydrate, okay? The first thing I would say do is hydrate, because the reason why your body is retaining water is because you too low. You ain't got enough water. Never. Drink more water so that you can dilute the concentration, and let's see if your water retention go down. You need water. So your body is saying retain the water that we got. Come on, Netta. You're so correct. I'm a small frame, 51-year-old. I'm listening. Okay, yeah. So if you want any other information, just go and get your owner's manual with the Aurora. Then we'll give y'all the other stuff. Okay. So you see how we just told her Netta what it is. Netta got the hell on. Okay, thank you. She don't want to go no further. I already know. See. So you coming up here for an herb. I'm gonna tell you about your motherfucking life. So I told you guys that the incurables, there are two ways to balance. You can't just beat an incurable with the meds and the herbs. Obviously, they've already done that and it doesn't work. When they give you medication, that medication don't work for your lupus. You still got lupus. When they give you medication for Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, multiple sclerosis, you still got these diseases. You taking medication, but you still got these diseases. You know why? Because I just told y'all they don't work for incurables. There's something else that you must take into account when you're dealing with an incurable, or if you've been given a lifetime prescription. If you've been given a lifetime prescription, that's basically mean it's incurable. So therefore, both of those, because some of y'all act like y'all don't understand incurable. So if your ass got to take medication for the rest of your life, I'm talking to you. Both of y'all, you need to balance in different ways. It ain't just food, meds, and herbs. It's also your life. Okay? And it's a spiritual thing. And once we get that intact, along with the supplemental things up here, then we're fine. It's just that the supplemental things have to go toward a deficiency. If you don't have the deficiency, then we got to look at what the excessive nature of it is. It ain't about throwing herbs at you. It's about throwing the right combination, the right regimen to you so you can eradicate your problem. Remember, I'm not trying to get you this. I'm not trying to serve you for the rest of your life. So we do lifestyle prescriptions, not lifetime. Okay? Anybody else? Lifestyle prescriptions, not lifetime. We're not trying to keep you coming and coming and coming. I'm listening. I definitely want to go further. Okay, get your owner's manual. Wish I could afford an owner's manual for my young high blood pressure oldest adult son. Okay, yeah, they'll be able to get them. I mean, you set it back. It's an investment. It's an investment. Okay, so you got to put it up. You know what I'm saying? You got to put up. You got to save for it. Now here's the thing though. You say you got to save for your son, but I know this weekend when it come up, somebody gonna have some bill. Somebody gonna have some bill now. Somebody gonna have to go grocery shopping. So here, you got $50. Don't sit up here and do it like that. You got $50. You're gonna eat that motherfucker up today. Where do I find the owner's manual? DM me, or you can go to the website and just type in owner's manual. Okay. All right. Netta say she got it. Okay, you already got one. So yeah, so that's going to be the big thing, you guys, is the understanding where and what it takes and requires to cure an incurable disease. Those three things, that is state of the art, that is fundamental, that is foundational understanding about how to bring an organ back online. You must deal with the nervous system. You can't bring a pancreas back up with just dealing with the pancreas. You must deal with the brain. Okay, you can't bring organs back online without dealing with the brain. Okay, you can't be dealing with cells without thinking that you're not going to be dealing with some kind of fluid or some kind of blood, plasma, all that type of stuff. So once you understand the nervous, the endocrine, and the immune system, which is tied into the digestive system, then you get it. You got it, and you good. Okay, you get it, you got it, and you good. So therefore, what I'm tell you is that this information, if I know it, they know it. So only thing, you can't make them folks do what they got to do. It ain't no money in curing. Okay, I can attest to that. All right, it ain't no money in curing. Okay, I can attest to that because once y'all get y'all owners, man, you don't need me no more. But that's fine. I'm not trying to bleed you dry. I'm trying to serve the whole planet. So if everybody get their owners, man, I'm fine. I don't need for y'all to try to keep coming back. I don't need your money like that, okay? We making it to where you got everything you need at the palm of your own hands, and your health is back into your own responsibility. And I think that that's the way it should be. And I think that that's the new wave, and that's the future of medicine. No medicine at all. What say you? Received and appreciated. Yes. Received and appreciated. You guys keep tapping. I'll keep talking. You keep tapping and I'll keep talking. Oh, we can take that up. Man, I had stuff for the corn. There's butter and shit that was in there for the corn. You come in here just cooking that spicy. Yeah, I had it right here. I had all this right here. Yeah, I had all this stuff worked out. I tell you, I'll be coming out messing up everything. No, mess. All right, so I guess I can't show y'all that, but yeah, any other information you guys need, you just let me know. Okay. Any other information y'all need, y'all let me know. All of this information you guys will get in your owner's manual. Okay. All this information you will get in your owner's manual so that you ain't got to worry about it. But I did want to talk to those people who got incurable diseases. So if you guys are dealing with incurable diseases, if you are on a lifetime prescription, put me in the chat. That's going to bring y'all up. Keep tapping, you guys. I'll keep talking. Let's get us up to 100K. If you guys got incurable diseases, you can let me know about them, and then we'll walk you through what's going on. Is the consultation separate from the owner's manual? No, it is the same thing. I have to purchase my herbal blend from you. Okay. Yeah, but you got to put me in the chat and come up. Okay. If y'all scared to come up, then don't even worry about it. Okay. But that's how we through people. Okay. So if you are willing to come up and talk about your issue, then that's when we bring you up. Okay. Outside of that, it ain't too much I can do because it'd be too many people to just try to figure out who's who. So the bold ones get it. The bold and the beautiful, they the ones that get. They the ones that get it. If you're bold enough to come on up here, come on. All right, now come on up here. I already know some invitations. If you want to come, come. Welcome to the HerbMan Show. How can I help you?
It's working.
Yo, welcome to the HerbMan Show. How can I help you? You up?
Okay, could you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on, Hope?
Oh, hey. So the doctor said, because I don't like to subscribe to what they say, the doctor said that I have buried esophagus.
Okay, I don't know who the hell that is. I ain't no doctor. So shit, you tell me what like I told y'all, I don't fuck around.
That's what they said.
I don't fuck around with these doctors. I don't give a damn what these doctors say.
Right.
But you know, I do. I'm still cool with you telling me about what they say.
That's what the doctors call it.
Nah, but so my next question to you is gonna be what does that mean? What does that mean to us? Like, what does that do to you? What are your symptoms?
Dry cough. If I have too much caffeine or anything close to caffeine, tomatoes. It's like the stomach area. The esophagus down like by the stomach.
So basically, they said that you so your whole it's basically your whole like esophageal tract, right? It's basically your whole esophageal tract. So it goes from your throat all the way to your anus. But they said it's an incurable.
Yeah.
And they said that you gotta take medication for the rest of your life.
Yep.
Okay. And all you're going through though.
I gotta go back and forth.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like I had to go back and forth. I had them stick the scope down my throat. I had to go get the butt part you said earlier. I had to get that done too. Like every 2 years, getting that checked on. And the doctor said they see cells, but I don't subscribe to that neither. But it said it was good.
Okay.
So
this is what you're dealing with right here. Now I'm gonna just tell you this out the rip. I ain't no doctor, but one of my people that know me very good on here, they already done told you. Okay, so I don't know if this is your sign or not. And those throat doctor. Do you go to the ear, nose, and throat doctor? So when you're overstimulated, the parasympathetic ain't working properly. It ain't relieving the pain properly. Your parasympathetic is supposed to come in to relieve it. You see? So your parasympathetic is not doing its job. So what you want to come into is coming in to help the parasympathetic. And how you come in to help the parasympathetic is simply by coming in with relaxants. Okay, you come in with painkillers and relaxants, but that also means that you need to relax a little more in your life, aside of just trying to take something for relaxing. Your body needs to be in more relaxing state. Now, considering the fact that you just said you already laying around and chilling and all that type of stuff, then I would advise you to get up and go walk into the woods, go do little swimming, do little stuff that is not giving out a lot of energy, but they're still keeping you in movement. Okay, I want you to move, but I don't want you to be overstimulated. Okay, and in that way, we can kind of get this relaxing environment going, where it may be relaxing music, maybe relaxing movements, maybe relaxing herbs, maybe foods that we may have you eating that's going to help out with the nervous system and help out with controlling the pain, like turmeric and ginger that we'll start to put into your food to where you don't got to be buying a whole lot of shit. Sprinkle a little bit more ginger into your tea, put a little bit more cayenne or turmeric into your food, and then that's going to help us with the pain relieving too. So there's a lot of different things that we can do to help you relax without costing you a whole bunch of money, and something that you can do that is going to sustain, because obviously you can see your body's going to get used to the meds, your body get used to the herbs, So, but what your body can't get used to is a lifestyle that is going to attribute and create the environment for this relaxing environment. So don't think relaxing in the body more than thinking relaxing outside. Like make your environment relaxing. And that'll help you a lot, man. Okay. So you guys got to understand that this is what we do. This is how we do it. And this is what we know how to do. If you guys are interested in any point in time in getting your owner's manual, please DM us and we'll get you the information that you need. I love you guys, man. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Please go tell somebody to go tell somebody about your homie HerbMan. And until next time, love HerbMan. Peace. Yes, sir.